Hey guys, we are here in Yap, and I am Austin.
I'm Jake.
I'm Jacob.
We have been gone now for about a week. It has been a long journey. We had a 13-hour flight to Tokyo, and then 4 hours to Guam, and then we were in Guam for a couple days and getting to know some of the leaders in the church there in Guam. And then we had a flight here to Yap, and so we are 14 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. So right now it is 9:40 on a Wednesday night, and I think everyone back in the States is just now waking up. It's like 7:40 a.m. I know I would be asleep.
I would definitely be asleep.
Yep.
For another,
Jacob
four
wouldn't.
more
I would be awake.
but we are here. We've been adjusted to the time and already been watching the Lord just work in some really cool ways, ways that we wouldn't necessarily expect, but it has been awesome. So we want to just share a little bit on what God's been doing and ways that you can be praying for us as we're here for another 6 weeks.
Yeah. So a little bit of my story is when I first started thinking about joining Austin in this trip, it sounded a lot like we'd be working soccer camps a lot of the week, every week, and then doing maybe hands-on, helping around the church, doing projects, helping with the villagers. Then as it progressed, we found out that we'd be working with the school every day for the 6 weeks.
I'd like to establish that I did tell him we were working with the school. Just saying that.
Well, so it mixed up somewhere. So I started getting pretty nervous about working with the little kids. I've never interacted much with the little kids, helped them with school or anything, or even run soccer camps. So I already knew it'd be a pretty big step for me, a lot of growing experiences. So we get to the first day at school. I'm like so nervous, just like, just Lord help me with this. And so at the end of the school, once we went through it, like it ended up, I loved it. I loved working with the kids. I worked with kids ranging from kindergarten to 4th grade. And, like every day, I keep getting to know them more and more, and just loving it. Jake,
Cool. Yeah. So like Austin said, there's a lot that's happened. We've been in Yap for only 3 days. Well, I guess four.
I think 4 days now, something like that.
So 4 days, and already God is working in so many ways that, I mean, we can't spend a lot of time like we have. It would take forever to explain all the things that we've seen. And so I'm just going to share one. I just think it's cool. I've seen God work through this school, and I really enjoyed hearing the stories that Gary had shared with us about how it started out from pretty much nothing, and it started in one classroom with 30 kids about 4 years ago, and now they have 5 classrooms, and in the fall they'll have 90 kids, which I think is completely awesome. It's just crazy how much this place has grown, and they've already talked about expanding to another property, so I'm just really excited for the school and see where it goes. And what we have right now, we have 40 kids for summer school. And Austin and I are in the same classroom with ages 4th.
Yeah, like fourth grade to 8th grade, or
4th grade to 8th grade. Yeah. So we're working with them, and it's been great. Yeah, having a lot of fun. So.
Yeah, it's been awesome working with the school. These kids are incredible. Been just loving to get to know them, getting to know their culture. It's been really awesome. And so, in addition to working with the kids, we're going to be helping with the youth group here at the church. We got to know those kids on Sunday, and they're awesome. We're really excited to spend time with them this summer. And then we're also planning on doing sports ministry. So Monday, we got to go up to the sports complex on the island, and they have awesome facilities, which is really cool for an island with only 6,000 people. They have a really great field. there and got to know some of the people, got to know some of the history of soccer. Here on the island, there's a guy from Australia who's been here about 4 years and has really made soccer grow. 4 years ago, it wasn't really played at all, and he's just really invested and poured in his life to help grow soccer.
And he has a cool accent.
Yeah,
It's pretty awesome.
Aussies have great accents. It's awesome.
And what's even better is with the other day, one of the kids imitated him, his accent. It was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
It was really funny too.
It was fantastic. and so we got to get to know him and just hear about it. And he's actually leaving this next week. So it's really cool how the Lord's opened up a door for us to step in and be able to kind of help transition as he leaves the island. And so getting to know them, and we got to go out to the complex, and they told us we're going to be doing a camp, which is kind of what we were expecting, but we found out there's only going to be one camp. And so we were kind of thinking that we might be doing some clinics throughout the weeks and different things, and so that didn't all come together, which was kind of a surprise, but at the same time, we knew that it was a possibility. So we walked away kind of bummed, but Stan had mentioned that he was going off to a practice. There's a north team and a south team on the island, which is only really 2 teams for the high school age group. And so he left, and then when we were walking down, he was still getting equipment, so I ran over to him and I was like, hey, would it be a possibility if we were to join you for the practice or whatever? He's like, yeah, that'd be great. Come on, I'll pick you up or whatever. So we go to this practice and have an awesome time with these kids. Come to find out that they practice twice a week, but their other coach, Stan's not their regular coach, their other coach never comes. And so they don't really have any coach or any organization. And so they wanted us to come and help them run practices every week. And so it's just like that, like how the Lord works, how we thought that we weren't going to get to do any really sports ministry outside of that 1 week of camp. And then the Lord opened up a door with a group of kids who would have never met otherwise, and are going to get to spend tons of time with them and just growing with them, and hopefully they'll be able to come to the youth group and be able to get plugged in with the church. And so it's really cool. It's just cool how the Lord works, and I've just been really in awe at that and really excited to get to know these kids. And then the other thing that the Lord's really been just impressing with my heart, and I've been reflecting a lot, is Acts 1:8. I was reading it in my quiet time, and just hearing the call as Christians to be witnesses for Christ in Jerusalem, Judea, Samaria, and the uttermost. And for us, we get to live that out in a quite literal sense this summer, because we did a camp back in Indiana, and then did a camp out in Oklahoma, and then now here literally on the ends of the earth. But what the Lord's just been impressing on my heart over and over and over again is that it doesn't matter where you're at, you're called to be a witness. So whether I'm back home or on little island Yap that's only 36 square miles, with 6,000 people, it doesn't matter my location. I'm called to be a witness for Christ wherever I'm at. And so I hope that encourages you guys. Please be praying for us. Be praying for us a lot as we teach school.
Yeah.
And as we're just with Gary and Gwen, that will be encouragements to them and the church here. Be praying for us as we get to know these kids, for this team that we're going to be helping with all this year, and that there will just be some incredible relationships that we've built. And be praying for the youth group. And so just be praying a lot for us. We're going to hopefully be able to update you from time to time. But we thank you so much for your prayers and your willingness to listen a little bit about what God's doing here on the island of Yap in Micronesia. So thanks guys for listening.
Yeah.